Hey guys, I'm Chris from Champion Helmets, and this is my review for the Sidi Crossfire 3 and the Sidi Crossfire 3 SRS off-road motorcycle boots. Sidi have historically always been great when it comes to motorcycle off-road boots, and that has not changed for the Sidi Crossfire 3 and the SRS. These are going to be high-level, premium boots, and really some of the best around. Now, these boots have a big emphasis on protection and safety. For that reason, they've had to compromise somewhat when it comes to comfort. That doesn't mean these boots are going to be super uncomfortable or anything like that. It's all relative. They will do well, but they are not waterproof. They are not going to ventilate very well, though it does technically have ventilation, and they're going to be very stiff and very rigid. And these are all things that have, been kind of lessened in order to make it a safer boot overall. And obviously, safety is very important for off-road riding. I don't think I have to really explain that. So if you want to see more, anything like that, make sure you subscribe to our channel. That way you can stay up to date with all the how-tos, reviews, guides, and everything that we put out. So let me first take you through the different materials on this boot. There's two main ones. We have first the thermoplastic armor, and that's this here, this here, this here, this here, this here. There's a lot of it here. So basically this is your main protection. It's going to give you good impact absorption, but also abrasion resistance. That's why it's in all these important areas, covering a lot of the boot. Then we have this here. This is the more flexible material. It's called PU. Technically it's called Techno Micro. It's a fake leather. And they've used this because it's going to be lighter, stronger, and softer than real leather. Plus it also comes with the bonus of not having any natural impurities, which typically you see on normal leather, and that can create weak points in your boot that you don't know about. So that's why they've used that there. On the inside, we do have some nylon as well, and then on the inside boots here, we do have a bit of rubber. So mostly we only have thermoplastic and leather, but also nylon. So one of the major advantages with this boot is that everything can be replaced. Well, almost. A lot of this armor can be taken off. You can get new armor, and then you can pop it back on, and off you go like nothing's happened. So you can see all these different screws. They can all be taken off by you. You can then take your new armor, put it on, screw it back on, and off you go. You have practically a new boot. And with the Crossfire 3 SRS, a big advantage is that the sole can also be changed. The heel and the toes cannot, but the sole can. And you do have two different types of soles. One's for more adventure riding, and one is also more than for more off-road, a bit more hardcore kind of riding. And you can swap them out as you like. It's going to give you a little bit more flexibility as well. That's a great thing. With the standard Crossfire 3s though, you do only get like one sewed on sole, so you can't replace this unless you go to like a shoemaker. So keep that in mind. That's the main difference between the two boots. But this gives it a big advantage over something like the Alpinestars Tech 10. And it's a great feature with the Sidi Crossfire 3 and especially with the SRS. So let me take you through the boot, and we'll start at the bottom. You guys might have recognized this from about 5 seconds ago. So this is going to be like a harder kind of thermoplastic. It's not going to have a lot of grip. That's on the heel as well. So watch out, you can slip with this boot when you're just walking around. Then we have the thermoplastic covering a lot of it. We have the, you can see here this orange, which is going to be the leather coming all the way up. And for ventilation, we do have this here, and then we also have it running along the back. So it's not going to be a whole lot. You can see there's not a lot of mesh there. But, keep that in mind. It's not going to be the strongest ventilating boot. On the inside here as well, we have this removable plate, which is going to protect you against from heat from your bike. And it's also going to give you a bit of abrasion and impact resistance as well, seeing as it is actually armor. So let's go to the buckles now. They're a pretty big part of the boot. So it's pretty easy to use. You just, where is that? You can just do this, it's all loose. And you can see here like this, and then let me just put that away. This one, this big orange notches, so you can get your own personal fit to what feels best for you, which is great if you ever struggle to get something that fits you right out of the box. And because these are going to be coming up on your calf, if you have thick calves, you've been going out or something like that, going to the gym, then it can be hard to get something that fits you well, but you can adjust it on this. If you have a bit of like less thick calves, you can also make it tighter, so you have a lot of versatility from these boots. And also, if your body shape or your leg shape changes over time, you'll also still be covered. And we also have protection for each of the buckles here at the bottom. This is going to protect you in a spill, because it's going to make sure that something can't just like get underneath this buckle and then pop it off like that. It's pretty handy. It's not going to offer you the most protection, but it's you know, they've seen where some problems are and they've fixed it by just giving a little bit of extra material there, so nothing's going to get in there and just, you know, pop it off. So I have claimed that this boot is very stiff and rigid, and I do have some evidence of that. So let me just show you here. Like, I can't twist that, or I can't really bend that in one direction, going from side to side. There's not any give. Definitely not. But we can go a little bit when it goes forwards and backwards, which is your traditional and healthy movement for your ankle. So you can see there. You can see there. So there's not a whole lot of give in this boot, and we can thank the hyperextension block here for that. It's on both sides of the boot, one here as well. And basically you see this screw, and it's going to move, but it's only going to allow you to move so far. So let me just do that again. You saw it move. And yeah, that's going to stop your, essentially it's just going to stop your ankle from hyperextending, which is pretty important because this is a very solid part of the boot. This is a very solid part of the boot. This is the weakest part of the boot, and you know, if any pressure is going to be exerted on either the top or the bottom, that is where you're going to need to have this sort of protection, because you don't want to end up doing a lot of damage to your ankle. So it's good that they have that there. So if you let me take the boot apart again, or at least open it up, I'll show you a couple things which are good for your overall comfort. So you probably hear it before you see it. Yep. Velcro. So we have Velcro here and also up top here, and this is going to help you get a good tight seal against your leg. It's going to make sure that you don't get sticks and stones in your boot, which is a very handy feature. So you can have it very loose if you like. You have a nice big opening for your calf, or you can get a much tighter fit depending on what you want. There you go, much smaller, and you can get your foot in, then you can make these adjustments. So you can always get something that's going to give you a very good fit. Then we do as well have a bit of elastic up top here, which is going to help with that as well. So it's going to make sure you get a nice closed seal on your leg to make sure you don't get any sticks and stones in your boot or sand or anything like that. So it's a handy little feature which is actually quite nice for your comfort. So opening up the boot all the way again, we can see two different materials on the inside. Well, I can. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to because it's going to be very dark. But yeah, we do have two materials. The first one is going to be from here, and it's going to end about here, and then all this is going to be another one. So we have those two materials. They're called the Air Teflon Mesh, which is going to be this part here, the top part. It's going to be moisture wicking, and it's also going to be cooling. Then at the bottom, it's going to be the Cambrella. Cambrella. I don't know. It sounds a bit like that. I probably didn't say it right. But it's going to be anti-odor, which is great after riding for a full day because, you know, things get a little bit sweaty and that has side effects of a little bit of stink. But, you know, they're going to try and minimize that with that material. And it's also going to be moisture wicking as well. So you can have some good comfort from the materials on the inside of the boot. If you're interested in the Sidi Crossfire 3 boots, then make sure you check out the Aero Aviator 2.3 helmet as well, because you can get them both in a bundle for a big discount. So just make sure you scroll down on either page, choose your size, and then that discount is yours. So this has been our review of the Sidi Crossfire 3 SRS and the Sidi Crossfire 3 off-road motorcycle boots. I hope you guys found it useful. I hope you guys found it enjoyable. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like this. And if you do, let us know. You get $1,000 of Champion Cash, which you can then spend in the Champion Helmet store. So all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, let us know what your username is, and it is all yours. So I'm Chris from Champion Helmets. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.